I wasn't prepared for my fucking feet.
Your feet?
Yeah.
I think you just was wrong.
No, nigga.
That was just
like, bro.
You mean as far as you went up the shoe size?
Like,
yeah,
what?
I went up.
That ain't one of the side effects, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't go
My feet grew.
This nigga went up a whole shoe size.
I did. No,
bro, you just was growing.
No, I was done growing, nigga. I was done growing, bro. Like, real shit. I was done growing.
I gotta look that up.
Nah. I wish I would have got like taller.
Oh man, I know. Yo, my height skipped me. All my sisters is 6'1".
Bro,
shit.
So moving on.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got lost.
What do you exactly? I want to make sure. What exactly do you call top surgery?
Top surgery basically is just the masculinization of the.
No, I know exactly what is the scientific term? Was it a mastectomy? What is it?
A mastectomy, double mastectomy.
So
what's different? It's a million. Well, it's like 7 different. It's double mastectomy. You can get a keyhole. You get a peri. You can get it with no nipples. Some guys opt to get it with no nipples. It's whatever.
I have the areola. I forget the areola.
Yeah, areola.
I didn't get cut. They cut it. They took them out once from my. I had small chest already. So I qualified for the what you say?
Might be the
keyhole surgery. Yeah, I qualified.
So when you all decided to do that, was it an excitement attached to it, or was it like a final? Like, what was the process for you guys mentally for that? Like, was it something like when you know that you do that?
I was ready. I was so ready because prior to, I was binded, so I was wearing a compression kind of like undershirt. You know what I'm saying? So I have a flat appearance already. So I was ready to go ahead to stop wearing that anyways. So,
Yeah, because that plus a fucking white beater plus a t-shirt.
It's a lot of shirts, a lot of layers. Like that, you know what I'm saying?
Hot as shit. Like,
I never wore that. I worked out a lot. I was already blessed enough to like have very, very small chest. Like I could have really probably worked out my chest and not get no surgery, but the surgery would have kept it there and not, you know what I mean? So for me, I'm kind of like a hypochondriac with things. I like to take my time, research things. I could have got this done years ago. People was willing to pit me there, but gladly I didn't, because back then they did want to cut me. And the reason why I didn't want to be cut is because I already been shot 9 times and I already have a cut on down the middle of my stomach. To cut me there would have had a whole Y, you know what I mean? So it worked out, you know what I mean?
So as adults, as now being adults, have you guys, what are some negative interactions you've received from people in the world?
negative interaction. Motherfuckers
like when people find out, heteros or others find out that you are a trans man. Have you ever had a negative interaction? Have you ever had an unsafe one? A competitive one?
Competitive ones, yeah. Because I don't know why they feel like they gotta compete after they find out that you're trans man, but I don't know. I guess maybe it's like that gag factor, like they just can't believe the fact that I guess they did, because they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So once they do find out, they're like, yo, I can't believe that. And then, now I gotta surpass your manliness.
so that should be
weird. I have an interaction where it's just
like someone telling your tea or giving, your
business out.
Yeah, for sure. We did. Because I don't go around, I didn't do all this to each his own, you know what I mean? Like, to not be identified by what you see. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, when you think that you're telling on me or telling something, it just really exposes who you are, and but for real, it just make people more curious to know more, for real. And if not, they deserve to be on the side of the person that delivered the message. anyway, so it's a win-win for me.
So why do so many trans men live in like deep stealth that you guys know of? Because you guys would be considered out, right?
No,
It depends.
no,
I mean,
I'm not.
Doesn't have
I live a
I'm
soft
like
life.
yes, I'm like half and half. At work, I'm not out. On my
So in the
social-
community,
social-
you're out.
Yeah.
right. On my social
Yeah,
life,
Right.
like my social life, no.
So in your social life, you're not
They
out.
will call it a self life, yeah.
Stealth.
Also, self, yeah, no.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, this might be, you know what I mean?
right.
yeah. Now you is. Yeah.
Yeah, but, you know.
Okay, so Ballroom. How do you guys feel about trans men in Ballroom? How do you feel about your experience so far in Ballroom? Your experience that you've had thus far? Tell me about it.
Or it has some shit with it. But it come, that's what come with it. Like, you get your girlfriend, give it to your girlfriend, you gonna have shady shit, you gonna have, oh, you chopped my kid last week, so I'm not gonna pick it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it be a whole, like, the shit, like, it's supposed to be fair and fun, and you can take it personal, like, can't nobody tell me I ain't real. Like, this is how I walk around every day, all day, you know what I mean? Like,
24/7.
yeah. Like,
So what do you define as realness? So you say nobody can tell you real. What do you define as realness? So if you were judging the category, each of you, what do you look for to determine their realness?
to me, like when you talking like realness period, a real nigga, they confident, they not worried about the next nigga. Like, I mean,
I feel like somebody that's just there. Like,
right.
But we
They're
still
not
got
there
questions,
to-
as you said, but I feel like this. Right. We talked a little bit about this earlier, but I feel like with trans men, there's always beef, underlying beef. You know what I mean? It's like y'all push so far. This is what's realness to me. You push so far to be identified and looked upon as this. Excuse my French. You bring bitch tendencies, and you know.
We get to explain that.
So what I mean is, when you can not like somebody and you don't know why, then that's the people I'm talking to. Let's just say that. Because I feel like another trans man with another trans man is always like, nobody can be bros. You get what I'm saying? It's always the competition of, you know, to me, it's just, I've never been that. I've always been my own person. I just feel like, you know, that's not real. That's not manly. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we already at the bottom of, you know, in Ballroom, we like don't really get that much noise. We get a few seconds, few minutes of acknowledgement in the scene. Yet, you know, we, you know, use that time to shine a light on negativity things instead of shining that light as trying to stick together to make a difference in Ballroom. You get what I'm saying?
I can say though, recently they've been showing a lot of the trans men a lot of love with the category, the cash category. Like before, like
Yeah,
you know, like you gotta walk on open, right? Like you gotta walk on open to all versus everybody.
yeah, that was my
The Butch Queen, the
competition.
Femme Queens, like
Yeah.
I mean, like
But let me ask you a
That shit
question
get-
though. When you walk that category and you win over everyone, how does that make you feel? When you do walk open to all and you get to win over everyone.
I mean,
That's
it
everyday
feels good as I
the
want
same.
to.
Yeah, it's the
somebody
same,
else,
but
a
the
trans
point
man.
is, it's like we gotta work. When
10
we
times
do get
harder.
that noise, gotta work 10 times because what is the ballroom belong to the girls and that, you know what I mean? And that's respectfully, you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
And you know, take me from on. I'll never forget. Like I had to learn fix. I set everybody down this night, getting tired, and I'll never forget. Caesar, he probably gonna kill me for calling him Caesar. came with a painted face, crazy face. You know what I mean? Nice paint and all
Seen
that.
Atlanta.
Levant,
Yeah.
And I lost for 1 point, and I'm like, well, that's makeup. You know what I mean? Like I had to learn the hard way. It belonged to. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's what we say.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you say view as a totem pole, how do y'all think ballroom views trans men?
Now it's like a fat. Everybody need a trans man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we gonna get to that?
like, yeah, let's get to it because it's like.
Okay,
now
so let's
it's
talk
like,
about it then.
The fetish
Alright.
type joint.
Okay, so
Everybody-
every time I scroll down Facebook, me and my son Sincere, we talk about stuff. Sincere and I play, but we also have very serious conversations. And
I'm going to hold it.
I mean, we're gonna be real here. A lot of times I scroll around, I see, just all these posts. Oh, I want me a trans man. I want to fuck a trans man. I want this. I want to possess one. And I see a lot of healthy debates about it. People saying it's wrong, it's objectification. People loving it, people agreeing, hopping on the bandwagon. How do y'all feel when y'all see stuff like that?
That should be a burnout. Like, you want one, go fucking
Get one. Yeah, man.
They got us right there on
Yeah,
man.
There's
We
some that want them
fake ass
too.
bags and shit from. They got us right down there. Like,
I mean-
no, but real shit. Like y'all can't just go buy us and pick us up, man. Y'all, we be around and y'all don't even know. Y'all walk right past us. Like that's because niggas do stuff.
Yeah.
They not out. Like,
But
and
I've
they don't go
seen
around
butches and trans men says the same thing vice versa on social media about
They
the
want
butch
them-
queen or
They
you know what I
whatever, but you
mean,
ain't no
what they
fucking-
like. You get what I'm saying? I think certain things become acceptable, and now
And certain
people
motherfuckers do shit for
that-
clout.
got certain standards. You get what I'm saying? We looking at it like, so what you really mean? Because I would like for somebody to answer that. Like, what do you really mean?
I mean,
Because
me
I really
personally,
want to know.
I think it's objectifying. Yeah, like because I have a lot of people that if I see them and they say something like that, I block them. Honestly, just to get them off my page because you're not here for me. Like you just trying to see everything else. So I mean, just like me, if I say I'm interested in somebody, I'm gonna say, I need to get me a woman. I'm not gonna say I need a trans woman. You know what I'm saying? That just lets me know that you
Yeah,
just like-
even
it's
people in
like
the
Oregon,
scene,
like,
like,
the
why do
girl-
you gotta be known? Why do the girls or whoever that's in this scene gotta keep saying trans man? You know what I mean? Like, why do you gotta keep hitting
Well, y'all
trans
don't
in
think
front
that
of
that's more of something that's more of recent years with this, with the
Yeah, but they don't want to keep going the film queen. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? If I keep saying,
I mean, it's
yeah, gotta give me a film queen instead of I gotta give me X and Y Z. You know what I mean? Like, do you we going to identify the subject as trans man all the time? Where you know the category. That's a category.
That's because they look at
You know
us
what I mean?
as
Being a
trophies.
man is a lifestyle for me. You get what I'm saying? I don't identify myself. I don't check off trans man. My ID don't say trans man. It says male. You know what I mean? Before any of that, I never would say, oh, unless somebody needed to know. That means I'm
Mhm.
crossing their life somehow that we got to talk about this. You get what I'm saying? But other than that, like, it's not a
I
topic.
have to piggyback on something real quick. That's a good thing I want to ask y'all. I always hear about the girls, like when the teen is found out. Have y'all been in situations where y'all meet someone you're interested in? They have no idea.
Mm.
How has it come to?
Oh, yeah.
Do y'all tell each other have you? Tell me that. Walk me through that for the people. Like, do you tell them from the bat? Is there a point you wait? Do you dread telling them when it comes to
You
that?
weigh it out. Each person is
Yeah.
different. You
You
know what
can't
I mean?
just-
Sometimes
right,
you can't get the nerve.
Right.
Sometimes, if you like me, I'm so caught in being me. You get what
Forget.
I'm saying? I promise you. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna forget when it's time and you start. Like now, we crossing over to, me liking her. You know what I'm saying? But first, I gotta peep out how much I can absorb from you within this little bit of time that I'm around you. You know what I mean? Are you gonna be problematic? Sometimes it's shocking, but time is of an essence. You just can't go around, in my opinion,
willy-nilly.
just, and then you don't speak to her no more. You know what I mean? But I have told people I have not yet. I had one act like it was the craziest thing and was at my house that night. You know what I'm saying? So they get to know you as a person. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
I've been in a situation where I feel you out. Like, if I feel like this is going to go there, I'm going to tell you. But I had situations where it done went there and I was almost about to go there and I didn't tell. Or, you mean, like, and she fucking somebody wound up telling her before I got a chance to tell her. Like, so, you mean, that's crazy.
I mean, if a female contact me through social media, then I don't have to go ahead and tell her my tea because she already knows. She looked through my stuff. But if I go ahead and meet somebody just walking around and then I weigh it and then I tell them, it's usually that, well, not usually, it's always that gag factor. And then it's either 1,000,001 questions, or if they already are currently up to date, then we just go ahead and slide into that.
Have you ever told a lady and had a negative reaction?
I just say I feel like, and it's like unfairness. This is the one point that we get on getting over a little bit. I feel like being trans experience for a girl is much harder, right? Even back in the day, we would still be able to get jobs. We were able to be more accepted by our family, but to be a man change into a woman with already the stipulations of life and how it was, in this area, we are winning in that side because unless you came from a different type of abusive type of family or something, I'm not talking about some people, right? But for the most part, you was able to go to a job interview and be more accepted and just look like just a stud or whatever, you know what I mean? Or a tomboy, whatever. But it was never, that pressure. As, you know what I mean?
It's easier to transition.
Yeah, so I feel like women crossing over was more look like being either a freak or experimental. Like, it's not more like a man that's got to come through the back door. You know what I'm saying? They're more accepting to it. I don't know nobody that I had a bad one though.
What about you?
Yeah, and I wound up telling them, cool. I be like, alright, they like, damn, but you, it ain't like that, like, you still be cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, alright, like, I'ma holler at you, like, so.
Yeah, you see you impressed, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, see me out.
Like, girl, stop playing with me.
But,
yeah.
Like, and then it would be like one John went crazy, like, right, found out went crazy. Then wound up, hey bro, that bitch broke my window,
yeah,
crazy, like, you broke your window.
That means she emotions.
Right. Then wound up wanting me to link up with her. And
I had a girl through.
so it was just like, why do all that? Why do all that just for me to do that? Like, so it was just like, motherfuckers be crazy, bro.
That's actually